Texas Republican Congressman Lance Gooden is here now. He's written to the State Department and the Department of Homeland Security urging action. Congressman, thanks for joining us. What do you want to see done to crack down at the border?
Well, first of all, that letter that I sent to Mayorkas and to Blinken, I want an update. The American people want to know what this administration is doing to secure our nation. We have watched in horror what happened in Israel, and Americans that I represent and others across this nation are saying we don't want this to happen here, but we think it could, because what we've seen at our southern border are floodgates that have been open for quite some time. Over 100 terrorist watch list apprehensions this year under Joe Biden. There were only 11 in 4 years under Donald Trump. So that is very scary to me, and I want to know what the plan is, and so far I've not heard it.
Congressman, there was just a warning from the FBI Director, Christopher Wray, about possible lone wolf attacks here on U.S. soil. So as we watch our border open and so many still pouring over it at the southern border, and we watch terrorists take awful action overseas as we see this war continuing in the Middle East, what is your warning?
My warning is the American people have got to wake up. This administration has failed on multiple fronts, and it is time to get back to business. It's time to secure our border. It's time to stop just assuming we are okay because we have oceans separating us from the trouble, because we are importing the trouble. And in many cases, we're funding it and encouraging it. Our foreign policy, by giving money to the Iranians, it's no surprise that we're in the position we're in, but it's not too late to do something about it. And it scares the hell out of me when I see what's happening in Israel, and I know that members of Hezbollah and terrorist organizations have free passage to our nation. Just last year, there was a plot foiled by the FBI to kill President Bush in Dallas, and these were ISIS operatives that came across our southern border. If we don't think it's still happening, then we are truly naive, and I really hope the administration will get with the program.
Well, Congressman, you've written letters. Anything back yet?
Nothing yet. I will give them the excuse that they've had their hands full the last few days, but I expect a response and I expect action, and the American people deserve that. What we have among us now are a bunch of folks coming into our country, and we don't know who they are or where they're from. And I think it's imperative, one, that we close the border, and two, we secure our border and ensure that this stops. We've got to have an accounting of who's here, and we've got to know that we are no longer the safe nation that perhaps we thought we once were. After what's happening in Israel, I think it's time the American people wake up and do something about it.
Considering the moment, do you have hope this is an administration that will wake up to what is happening? Final question.
I do have hope. I am appreciative of some of the statements that I have seen from this administration supporting Israel. I am appreciative that some of my Democratic colleagues have jumped on board and criticized some of their colleagues who have unconscionably been defensive of Hamas. And so I'm encouraged by the unity that I'm seeing in this town toward Israel. I hope it continues, and I hope this administration wakes up and protects our southern border.
Congressman Gooden of Texas, thank you very much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.